just like that, let's continue our in-depth coverage of Antoine and Derek. So Antoine, guys, is being hunted by a bounty hunter out of New Orleans. He says he's caught him before. And you know there's a $50,000 bounty on each one. So, honey, he really wants that. Let me see if I can find that again. Let me see if I can find that story. But as you can see, it says bail bondsman, electronic monitoring specialist Matt Dennis says Derek cut his ankle bracelet off, monitor out before. That was a long time ago. I'm trying to find the story. 1 second. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Let me check my sound here. I mean, is it still live? Can you all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. Someone tried to call me. I don't know if it kicked me out. Is it still live? Okay. You guys can hear me. Okay. So that's the picture on the thumbnail. That's the bounty hunter that's chasing Antoine down. He's chasing him down. Let me see if I can find this story. Because I'm gonna tell you, people are, I don't know, can you see that? Well, we can't see it. Hold on, I'm trying to find the story. Well, it's not letting me change. I wanted to read some of the comments to you guys. Okay, so here's the story. Let me see if I can get it to play.
Bounty hunter who has captured escapee Antoine Massey before says it's only a matter of time before Massey and Derek Groves are caught again.
As Rob Besson reports, with the reward money now increased, dozens of bounty hunters may be looking to cash in.
I've dealt with Massey. I've personally arrested Massey.
Bail bondsman and electronic monitor specialist Matt Dennis has apprehended dozens of escaped prisoners and knows firsthand what escaped Orleans Parish inmate Antoine Massey is capable of.
When we dealt with Massey, I warned my team, be careful, he's playing stupid. You could tell that he wasn't stupid. You knew that he was looking for opportunities. So I actually made them use the full gear, the handcuffs, the shackles, and everything after he escaped us.
Dennis recaptured Massey in November of 2023, 2 hours after he cut off an electronic monitor.
When I saw his face on television after he escaped, I went, you got to be kidding me.
Now Massey, who's wanted for rape and kidnapping in St. Tammany, as well as domestic abuse and theft in Orleans Parish, along with Derek Groves, who's been linked to 4 killings, remain on the loose, and Dennis isn't surprised.
Massey's going to be high up on the food chain when it came to planning this. He didn't follow people out this hole. This is somebody who worked this and made this happen.
This is video just posted on an Instagram account by Massey, which a law enforcement source says they are now looking into. He's proclaiming his innocence. This video notwithstanding, last week authorities raised the reward of $50,000 for Massey's rearrest. Some bounty hunters may be encouraged.
The last I know, there was 900 licensed bail agents in Louisiana.
Matt Dennis says Derek Groves and Antoine Massey are still out because clearly they had a better escape plan with resources.
Whatever they're hiding with, it's got to be funded. When that funding runs out, they're not going to be hiding anymore.
Dennis says one thing more than any other often forces people on the run to resurface.
Believe it or not, in our world, looking for people, when the number one thing that drives a guy back out of hiding is he needs a shower.
And Dennis and others say it's only a matter of time.
They're going to get tired and frustrated as they try to move around Louisiana or move around the metropolitan area. They know the walls are closing in.
Any thoughts on where they might be?
Not far. They're not far.
And Matt Dennis says wider use of facial recognition technology could have possibly resulted in the escapees being recaptured.
So, and then that's some of the comments people left under this story on that news channel station, which I believe is located in New Orleans. But someone said, Wendy said, call in Dog the Bounty Hunter. Chris said, maybe someone will put him down. Ain't no sense to keep feeding him. How ruthless are you, Chris? Like he's some animal. Put him down. You see, that's why he walked out of that jail anyway, because they were being treated like they're animals. Okay? David said, dude, make a video. The landlord gonna get that reward. April said his family is hiding him and friends. If they are not careful to get him caught. You know, his family wants him to turn himself in. Okay? I'm not sure what's really true, what this man's story. So I'm listening. I heard your live earlier with Cuomo. I want to believe him, but I'm not sure. I know. Well, you know, the woman signed the papers and said, hey, he didn't do it. Now that to me is indisputable when someone straight up says this man didn't grape me or anything like that. He didn't try and take anything from me while I was asleep. He didn't record me. He didn't post it on social media. He didn't do any of that. So Antoine is no pervert. Now, like he said, he may have stolen a car, but he's not a pervert. He don't have to take nothing from a woman. He don't have to grape a woman. I can't see the rest of that. Hold on. Let me go over here so I can really read this. Let me go over here because I can't see all of that. Then it says his family is hiding him and friends, and they are careful not to get him caught just yet. Folks know what they are doing. It's a cat and mouse game at this point. My guess is he is still in Louisiana or in the next state. He was bold to make that video, and the setup could have been to throw to throw the authorities off, but they may catch him. But Chris Parnell, his comment, maybe someone will put him down. Ain't no sense to keep feeding him. That's just really, really harsh. I had some more. Let's see. I don't know why it's not taking out of my comments. Well, it won't let me put the other comments up here for some reason, but I'll read them anyway. Someone named Victoria said, I think it's time they bring in Dog the Bounty Hunter. Then Pete said, all that even after he stuck his neck out for him. Someone else said, I bet if they waterboarded the aunt, you'd find out where she is hiding him. I wish I could put this comment up there. Why won't it let me put the comment up here? Someone named Simone, I can't even pronounce it. She thinks the aunt should be waterboarded. Now, how cruel is that? The aunt is out here telling him to turn himself in. Someone said, well, why can't the same bounty hunter go after him again? Bounty hunters are nothing more than high-powered slave catchers. Michelle said, well, I think the Fed should look into what he's saying about the jail and put him in protective custody if he returns. Now, this person made sense because they get him and don't tell him what they'll do to him. I don't know why this won't let me show you guys everything. I think my phone sometimes your phone gets too hot and it won't let me switch pictures, guys. I had pictures I wanted to show you all. Maybe I'll have to do this again at lunch. I don't know. It's not working right. It let me put one set of comments up and won't let me put any more. It just won't let me be great. Trying to hold me down. What my main point, there's a bounty hunter chasing Antoine. There it is. She says, I bet if they waterboarded the aunt, you'd find out where she is hiding him. You see how cruel some of these people are? She says they need to waterboard the aunt. Then Shadi says, well, why can't the same bounty hunter go after him again? Oh, these bounty hunters want that. Hey, Kizzy, he loses credibility by being a fugitive with the law. I think he should go about it another way. Well, if he stays in there, they're not going to do anything but try and give him life, because they were trying to put the charges on him even after the girl said he didn't do them. And they opened the doors for them to walk out the jail, allegedly, because I find it hard to believe that 10 people can just walk out and no one notices anything for 8 to 10 hours. Those prisons and jails are heavily monitored. Somebody's lying on both sides. Somebody's lying on both sides. And that's just a fact. At least that's what I believe. But Pete Jones, okay, Victoria says, I think it's time. Well, we already read that. But they're talking about waterboarding the aunt. Why does the aunt hasn't done anything but tell him to turn himself in? That's all I've seen her do. All right, guys. We'll talk about this more. My phone was acting up. I hate that. But go back and watch it from the beginning. Thank you, guys. I'll holler at you later.